What's going on, guys? It's your friends from the Wajita Online Promotion Team, and we're going to discuss this short blog post. If you have an online business, part 2 of 3. It's part 3 down below. Part 1. If you haven't checked out part 1, we highly suggest you do so, because in these 3 blog posts, what we're doing is we're giving away our formula that we use every time we set up an online business. When you look at most people's setup online when it comes to their business, a lot of elements are actually not in place. So that you can be complete, produce the results that you want. That's what the 3 blog posts is pretty much covering, so that you can get your business set up and get rolling immediately. If you appreciate the value of the content that we're dispensing, you can actually subscribe to our blog post, to our blog. Hit that button, the sign up button. You can sign up with email, with the Facebook or Google Plus by the press of a button. It's actually very simple. Now let's go back to the blog post and let's get the business. No audience, no money. Plain and simple. Building the audience is the bridge. Building an audience and cultivating that audience and feeding that audience is the bridge between where you are now and a successful online business. Now, please repeat after me. If you're not building an audience, you will not succeed in your online business. If you're not building an audience, you will not succeed in your online business. If you're not building an audience, you will not succeed in your online business. If you're not building an audience, you will not succeed in your online business. I'm pretty sure you guys are getting my point now, right? Now, what is an audience? An audience is a group of people who meet at a designated place, literal or figurative, because they want to hear you speak. Now, say for instance, like a subscribers list. When you subscribe to this blog, you're doing so, you're pretty much saying, I appreciate the content and I would like to hear or be notified next time you drop your new blog post. When you do so, now you're part of our special audience and you're there because you took action to do so. Now, the followers on your Instagram account is an example of an audience as well. They saw your content on Instagram and they said to themselves, I like what this person is doing. I'm going to follow their Instagram account because I would like to find out more about them or their business. Now, what do you do with your audience? Notice the picture. What do you do with your audience once you have them? Well, what do you do with your audience on Instagram? You serve them content about your business until they're nice and fat with a desire to purchase your product or services. And I know that most people don't think about Instagram like that, but if you do have a business on Instagram, actually that's the reason why you have followers, so that you can continue to serve these people who have an interest in your business. Now, this is kind of on a side note. You can come back and check this out later. All right. Which elements of your business or which angles or aspects of your business that you choose to feed your audience will either attract them to take action or make a purchase or repel them. In order to produce solid results, it's extremely important that you learn how to use the irresistible marketing technique the professionals use called attraction marketing. That's a link there. You can come check that out in your spare time. On a side note, now, smart audiences. What are smart audiences? That's what I like to call them, smart audiences. Your Instagram audience is polluted with people who have no interest in your business. Many Instagram account owners use bots and growth hackers to grow their accounts. Is it wrong to use bots or robots or growth hackers? No, only when they are not being used to target the proper audience hashtags and our people. You have a lot of people following your account that use robots as well as growth hackers, but they're just following random people, not even relevant towards their business. And it's the same thing when it comes to your followers. When you get people that's following you, a lot of times it's robots doing it, but they're not following the appropriate people that's relevant towards their business. Now, when this happens, you have a ton of people following you who have no interest in your niche. Also, I believe Instagram's algorithm, whether purposefully or not, I don't know, obstructs the effectiveness of quality content and impedes the growth of your audience or followers. In order to combat these unfortunate realities, I suggest you employ the use of what I call smart audiences. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go into the next step. I've explained what audience is, what an audience is. You get kind of a gist or understanding of what they are. Now we're going to build a smart audience right now. Now, in the last step, or in part 1, we told you to connect your Facebook fan page to your Instagram account, to your business account. Now, if you do have a business profile on Instagram, or if you have a regular profile on Instagram, you have to change it to a business profile in order to connect it to, the Facebook fan page that you should have built by now, because that's what step number 1 told you to do. Now, we're going to illustrate how to build a smart audience. We're going to go to your Facebook profile. You're going to click on this little bad boy right here. You're going to click Manage Ads. And it's going to take you to the Facebook Ads Manager. Okay, now that we're there, 1 second. You're going to click, you see up top, far left, those 3 bars, Facebook ads. You're going to click on that. You're going to scroll over to where it says assets up top. You see where it says audiences? Click on audiences. We're going to build your first smart audience. Okay, now that we're here, you're going to click on the blue bar, create audience, and create custom audience. Step by step, just follow these steps. And then the part 3, everything will make sense, but just follow these steps for now. Engagement. See all the way at the bottom, create a list of people who engage with your content on Facebook or Instagram. Click on that. And you see there's a lot of options there. It's a lot of different smart audiences you can build, but we're going to scroll all the way down. You see where it says Instagram business profile? Click on that. Okay, now that we're here, now you see where it says up top, include people who meet any of the following criteria. Leave it there and make sure the Instagram business profile that you have is actually right here. This is the business profile that we're using to promote Wajida, as well as her movie pilots, as well as her books. Now, you're going to change the 365 days to 180 days. 365 is kind of a long time. People will probably forget your advertisement by that time. Oops, I messed up. So let me go back in, click the blue bar, click custom audience, click engagement all the way at the bottom, click Instagram business profile, and we're going to change the 365 days to 180. I'm doing this on my phone, so bear with me. 180, because 365 is a little bit too much. But depending on your circumstances, if it's relevant, then that's what you can do. Okay, now you see where it says everyone who engaged with your business. Click on that. Anyone who visited your business profile. There's a lot of options in this area, as well as the Facebook Ads Manager. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you what you can do if you'd like to learn more about it. But at the time, it's not relevant to the 3 steps in setting up your online business at this very moment. Okay, so you're going to click on anyone who visited your business profile. So that means these people saw your content or saw one of your comments, and as a result of seeing your content or your comment, they decided to visit your Instagram profile. Now, these people are special, and I'm going to tell you why. Now, you already clicked anyone who visited your business profile. You're going to name it. And then after you name it, you're going to name it something like anyone who visits my Wajida Muhammad or your profile name, Instagram profile. So you can know exactly what the purpose of the audience is. And then you're going to click on the create audience. I already created my audience, so that's why I'm not going to do it. And it's all the way at the bottom right here. Visitors to my Instagram pixel. See that right there? And thus far, 2,000 people have visited my Instagram profile. Now, I'm going to go into more detail about this in the 3rd video, but this is the fastest and most efficient way to build an audience of people who saw your content and decided to take action by visiting your profile. Okay, so that's step number 2, and in step number 3, we're going to cap it off. Now, let's go back to the blog post. Now, this is just on a side note for people who want to dig deeper beyond the information I'm giving away in these 3 blog posts. Let's scroll back down. Just give me 1 second. Now, we just went inside the Facebook Ads Manager, and there's actually 2 things involved: running ads as well as using pixels. You may not know what that is, but I'm going to tell you about that in the next blog post. But scroll all the way down to the bottom of this blog post, and these were tutorials that we've invested in order to learn what we know now. Now, when it comes to the Facebook Advertising Pro, it tells you literally every button, whistle, nook and cranny that you need to know that's on the Facebook ads platform. Everything that you need to know about it, what every button does, everything is inside of here. And also, When it comes to using your audiences or your smart audiences, you should click on this. In less than 24 hours, you will be able to legally follow your prospects on Facebook until they buy your stuff. And that's what I'm showing you how to do when it comes to building your audiences, or building your audience based off the people who are actually visiting your Facebook profile, your Instagram profile. And you see here that in the last 7 days, we've managed to get 1,686 people in the last 7 days to visit our profile, the Wajida profile, to check out what she has going on here. Because a lot of people don't realize this, is that with the stories that they have now, where you can shoot 4 or 5 minute stories, and you can add these little things right here, whatever you call them. I'm pretty sure they all have technical names I can't recall right now. You got to realize with your link right here, this is pretty much a website. Think about it. The way you can set up your Instagram profile, it's almost like a website. Everything, all the information that we have here is everything that you'll find out by visiting our website. So if you want them, they can go directly to your product instead of going to your website. You can eliminate that step, and increases your chances that people will actually, convert. In other words, get them to do what you want them to do when they visit your website. But this is just tip of the iceberg information. Check out the part 3 of the blog. Let's go there right now. I'm going to check out part 3, and I'm going to wrap everything up there and show you how to complete this process in setting up your online business. So as a recap, and in the first part 1, we're talking about creating a name for your business, Instagram account, web address, Instagram account, Facebook fan page, all with the same name. And then when you did that, you connected your Facebook fan page to your Instagram account. Now that you did that, we explain why did you need to do so that you can build audiences, or a audience, the specific audience that we use every time we start an online business. Now in part 3, it's going to explain to you what to do with that audience and how to build it efficiently and save yourself a lot of money that you would probably spend on Facebook ads. So if you appreciate the value of this content, which you can do, you can scroll all the way down to the bottom, hit this Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus button, share this content if you appreciate the value of it. And if you feel as though you can implement this information to help your online business, share it with a friend. And we thank you for watching, and we'll see you in part 3, which is right here. See you guys there. Take care.